What's up, guys? This is Vaughn the journalist here to give you guys another video, and this time we're going to be talking about Collin Sexton and why I think he's going to be the most improved player for this up and coming season. Now, thus far through the 2020-2021 campaign, Collin Sexton has been on fire. He's been further solidified himself as the Cavaliers' primary scorer and the third-year guard who led the Cavaliers in scoring with 20.8 points per game last season, has now carried it out to close out year 2 and to begin with year 3. In 2020 portion of the Cavs, and was ultimately cut short due to the coronavirus pandemic, Cleveland not being in the Orlando bubble as well. Sexton was averaging 23.6 per outing in what was his last 32 games active. He hit 49.2% of his shots in that span and also 44.9% of his three-pointers also. And now you can check from the splits as well from pre-All-Star break and post-All-Star break from these previous seasons. You can see that he improves during the season as it gets past the All-Star break. He's shooting with a higher clip, he's more aggressive, he's starting to understand more, and now here we are in year 3. Now I'm going to get into the year 3 numbers just shortly, but guys, before we begin off with the video and why I think he is the most improved, leave a like and subscribe. On this channel we have more content coming through. If you guys have yet to check out my last video, it was on Spencer Dinwiddie and how his injury affected the Nets. Make sure to check it out as well, and let's get on with the video. Now let's get into Collin Sexton and how he is taking a step forward. Collin Sexton has seemingly taken a step going to the right direction, even though with 7 games in a very early proportion so far. Sexton has been averaging 25 points, which is 5 up from last season completely, shooting at a 60.7% true shooting, which is a very efficient rate and probably one of the highest efficiencies in terms of scoring in the league. I think he's top 5, if I believe so, behind only a few like Jaylen Brown and Kyrie Irving. He's also hitting 54.2 per 3-point percentage as well, shooting only about 3.4 triple attempts early on. Now Collin Sexton, as we know, is a big time bucket getter for the Cleveland Cavaliers so far. Is a strong frame in which he has taken a step further over the extended offseason. It has also aided him in his finishing. Now in transition game in particular, Sexton has been so dangerous with the Cavaliers in the open court. He currently ranks 3rd in the NBA in total transition points. He's also placed 73rd in percentile per synergy sports. So that means Sexton is getting out on the break and leading this Cavs team with this backcourt mate, obviously, with Darius Garland. We're gonna not discredit him as well. He's been a big part of why the Cavaliers has been going too, but Sexton's game has been completely improving step by step. As you can see in each game that he plays, it's been amazing. Now the Cavs right now with a 4-3 record, just taking an L to the Orlando Magics just later on tonight as I'm recording, so we're not going to include some of the stats because again this was from last night's game. But regardless to not, Cavs are 6.3 points per 100 possessions better with Sexton on that end of the court, and he is in also the 85th percentile in points per shot attempt. Now last season only 38 of his baskets were assisted. That number is now 46% this season, meaning that he is working without the ball, and it is very good, especially with a needed trade to fit alongside Darius Garland, who needs to has the ball in his hands to basically score, be efficient, and also find people as far as passing, getting the offense going. Now Sexton has a positive net rating for the first time in his career. Not only does he has that, Sexton has a better potential assist to usage ratio than Donovan Mitchell, John Morant, Bradley Beal, CJ McCollum, Devin Booker, Dennis Schroeder, and Jimmy Butler, amongst the others. Sexton is also currently top 10 in scoring right now in the NBA, and he's even the Cavs' primary distributor, and that's Darius Garland, who's also having an excellent start to the season. Now with Sexton, he's also been efficient or effective when he gets on the run the offense. When he runs the offense as well, he can be off ball, he can be on ball, it does not matter. Sexton's one of the 5 guys with a minimum of 8 possessions per game, averaging at least 1.15 points per possession as a pick and roll ball handler. The others that's with him is James Harden, Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal, and Ja Morant. Now, for added context, as I said, in a general sense, Sexton placed 84th percentile in pick and roll scoring, and right now he currently is 7th in total pick and roll scoring. Now, I cannot tell you, I can go over the numbers, I can tell you everything as far as Collin Sexton's game with the Cavaliers, but the proof is in most of these highlights, or most of these things that you're seeing right here. He's basically coming off pick and rolls, he's comfortable basically isolating, he's comfortable in transition now. He's starting to get the game a little bit better. Just recently, Collin Sexton joined LeBron James as the only player in Cavs history to score 20 points in the first 7 games of the regular season. So we're not even that deep into the season, and I get it, I understand, but Collin Sexton looks like a very good improved player candidate in my eyes as well. And there's other players that's out there like Christian Woods, which I'm going to do a video on soon, and Mikal Bridges as well. It's other players that's out there that's definitely is going to shine in a light. Jaylen Brown, if you want to add him as well, but Collin Sexton has been a big and focal reason why the Cavaliers have the record right now as it is in 4-3, and it's also in basically 4th and 5th place in terms of their record. But not only that, right now, if the playoffs was today, they will be in technically. But again, this is a very long season, and I'm not just gonna say right out the bat that the Cavaliers is gonna make to the playoffs, nor is Collin Sexton is not gonna have some struggles throughout his season. But from what I can tell right now, I do not see Collin Sexton's I can see his numbers going down as far as threes, as far as shooting and basically being efficient, as the defense gets a little bit more trickier for him and people start game planning for him. But I do see Collin Sexton potentially being a most improved player award just due to his inflection in stats so far. Possibly can even average 26 points per game, 27 points per game, and also can get Cavaliers or Cleveland to a possible 8th seed if the Cavaliers push very hard in this progression. So we'll see how Collin Sexton game progresses throughout the season. As I said, there's only 7 games, and it's still not a lot to go off of, but Sexton is playing the best basketball of his career, and it's not even close to any standard that a lot of people are thinking about. And there's a lot of haters that was out there saying it, but one shining light for him, D Wade, starting to see, and you already know D Wade is a very good basketball creator and also a very good basketball player. Starting to see Collin Sexton's improvement, so we'll see if Collin Sexton can continue this and basically get better over time. Now guys, this is going to be it for me. This is Vaughn the Journalist. I do highly appreciate you guys coming on to the video and watching this video through all this crazy stuff that's going on in the world. I know we just entered the new year, and I'm very excited to put out more video and more content for you guys as always. Make sure you leave a like on this video if you like it, and make sure to check out the Spencer Dinwiddie video that I posted as well for the Nets and how his situation is going to affect them 100%. So guys, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Vaughn the Journalist. I'm out. Peace.